Welcome to the NCFCA Speech Orientation. We're so glad you're here. The National Christian Forensics and Communications Association, NCFCA, is a homeschool speech and debate league for students ages 12 to 18 with over 4,000 students nationwide. Our mission is to promote excellence in communications through competitive opportunities, where homeschool students develop the skills necessary to think critically and communicate effectively in order to address life issues from a biblical worldview in a manner that glorifies God. NCFCA strives to provide a diverse judging panel for our competitors. We want to give our students the unique benefits of learning to communicate to a wide audience. Therefore, our goal is to have our parents, alumni, and members of the community judge our students. NCFCA offers 10 speech events which are organized into 3 categories. You will be asked to judge 1 speech event per round. The speech event you are slated to judge is indicated at the top of the ballot pack you receive at the ballot distribution. The 3 speech categories are platform, interpretation, and limited preparation. Platform speeches are what you often think of when you hear the word speech. They include illustrated oratory, informative, and persuasive. Interpretation speeches bring literature to life and include biblical thematic, duo, open, and oratorical. And finally, limited preparation speeches include apologetics, extemporaneous, and impromptu. Now let's talk about your role as a judge. During the preliminary rounds, there will be 3 judges in each room. During the elimination rounds, there may be more than 3 judges. Please do not start until all the judges are in the room. The competitors will take turns presenting their speeches. Each speech has a time limit, and the time will be kept by the head judge. When a competitor is speaking, look at the speaker as much as possible. Listen attentively, respond appropriately, and evaluate the performance. In your role as a judge, you will be ranking the students from first to last and giving the students written feedback. Now let's take a look at your ballot pack. In your pack, you will find a judge worksheet, rules for your event, and a set of ballots. The judge worksheet is the top page of your ballot pack. On the judge worksheet, you will see the orientation notes. Below these notes, you'll see a list of competitors. And this is the workspace column, where you will rank each speaker compared to the other speakers. Ranking is best done in between speeches. If you wait until the end of the round, the speeches can all run together and it's easy to forget how you would rank the earlier competitors. Let's say Adam Adams is your first competitor. As he is speaking, you note his topic, the life of George Washington. When he's finished, you would rank him first in the workspace column since he was the only speaker so far. Next is Sally Smith speaking on tomatoes. You decide that her speech is clearly better than Adams', warranting her first place. So you cross out Adams number 1 and move him to number 2, making Sally number 1. Next we have John, who is speaking on the topic of dogs versus cats. You're now evaluating John's speech against Adams' and Sally's speeches. You decide that John's speech was much better than Adams', but was not quite as good as Sally's. So, Sally stays in first place, John is now in second, and Adam is moved to third place. Becky Brown now arrives to give her speech. Please note that competitors may enter in a different order than listed on the judge worksheet. When evaluating her speech against the previous 3 speeches, you decide that she should be 4th, so Sally stays in first, John stays in second, and Adam stays in third place. Next, Mark Mitchell has arrived to speak, and you are now evaluating his speech against the previous 4 speeches. You decide that his speech was better than everyone else's speech except for Sally's, so Mark becomes number 2, and everyone else except for Sally is shifted down 1 rank. Therefore, Sally is number 1, Mark is number 2, John is number 3, and so on. Once you have ranked all the competitors in the workspace column, transfer the results to the rank column. Now, let's look at the ballots. This is where you will provide feedback for each competitor. First, fill out the upper right-hand corner. During the speech round, you will write in the speaker's name and note the topic here. When the speech is finished, record the length of the speech. The head judge will announce the time. You may want to write down a few brief notes as the competitor is presenting. Then take a couple of minutes between the competitors to jot down pertinent notes to help you remember the speech. As soon as the last competitor is finished, please take your ballot pack to the designated judge area. There you will have time to finish filling out the rest of your ballots. Once you have provided feedback on your ballots, take a look back at your judge worksheet. Please transfer the rank for each student by checking the corresponding box at the bottom of each ballot. Place the ballots in the same order as the names listed on the judge worksheet and submit the ballot pack to the ballot return staff as soon as possible and before taking another ballot. In closing, here are final guidelines to keep in mind. Please don't interrupt or ask questions of the competitors during or after speeches. Please don't confer with other judges. We are interested in your opinion and perspective. Please don't discuss your ballot with anyone except a tournament official. Also, please keep your decision confidential throughout the tournament. Competitors will not receive their ballots until the tournament is over. While you are judging, we ask that you respect our recording policy and not record the round. Remember, we're here to help. If you have any issues during a round, staff members are stationed near the competition rooms and will be wearing green name tags. After the round, if you have questions about completing any portion of your ballot pack, please ask a member of the compliance staff. They are stationed in the judge area and will be wearing yellow name tags. Thank you for sharing your time with us. If you will also be staying to judge debate, you will need to attend a separate debate orientation.